Okay, we're going to look at this applied lab. Look at the instructions. Your branch office is connected to the main office and the internet through the SFO router. You need to configure static routes on the SFO router for each destination. Both serial interfaces connecting the SFO router to the main office and the internet have been configured and are up. They want us to complete the following tasks. We're going to need to configure a static route to the 10.0.0.0/8 network. Then we'll configure a default route to the internet. And finally, we'll save our changes to the startup config file. They've given us a little bit of information here at the bottom. Use the next hop address when assigning the static routes. Your ISP address is 160.12.99.1. And we'll use the show CDP neighbors detail command to discover the next hop address for the 10.0.0. network. All right, so where do we begin? Well, they want us to do this on the SFO router. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to bring up a command line, and we will enter the privileged mode. Then we'll do the global config mode. And the first thing that we need to do is that static route to the 10.0.0.0 network. So the command is IP route, and then we enter the network. The /8 means the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, and we have a space. And then finally, we will do, they want us to do the next hop, which I happen to know is 172.17.12.98. All right, so that configured that route. Now we're going to do a default route, and the default route command is IP route 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0, and then they told us the ISP address, and that's where we want all of our packets to go, are to our internet service provider if they have nowhere else packaged any other address. So we're going to put in the ISP's address of 160.12.99.1. And it took that command. So we can exit out of there. Now we do want to save it, so we do copy, run, start, and it asks if we want to use the default location, the startup config file, and we do. So I've gone ahead and confirmed that, and that should complete the lab. I'm thinking the question that you may have is how we determine the next hop address using the CDP command and what that is. Well, to determine, they tell you in creating the static route that they want you to use the next hop address. And you can find that out using CDP neighbors detail command. So if you go back to the SFO router, and we get back into the privilege mode, and we type in the show CDP neighbors detail command. We'll bring it down here so we can look at the chart. They told us in the description that we reach the main office through the SFO router. And so we know that we're going to have to configure a static route that goes through the main office. So if we look down here inside the CDP neighbors command, we can see the different devices. We have branch 1, we have branch 4, and then you have to continue to scroll. Here is our main office, also known as LAX. And you can see that it lists this address of 172.1712.98/30. So that is the next hop address that we would have to pass packets through when we create that route.